Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Jacquelene and you're on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV, and I'm coming to you live from my lounge room. Exciting stuff, really. What an amazing week we've had. We've had the conviction of Derek Chauvin in the George Floyd case and the murder trial, and we're sort of seeing that as a victory, but I think it's a really good beginning point. It's sort of, I think what can happen in the media and what can happen in society is we go, great, that's been dealt with, back to usual. And it's like, well, actually, this should be the start of change. So I'm hoping that comes through. And today I want to do a bit of a healing meditation. When we're sort of looking at your growth psychically and as a sensitive person or a healer, what can really help you is to look at things that you might have gone through and how to process that, how to shift the energy. And a meditation I used to do when I was first starting before working publicly with my gifts, was to spend about 2 years of 40 minutes twice a day, solid meditation, heck of a lot of work on myself. And in one of these meditations, I do a Kundalini meditation and work through each of the chakras. But before I go into that, I'd actually relax the body. And I'm going to do a brief intro to that and a bit of a healing meditation at the same time. So part of that is about acknowledging, accepting, and releasing. And that way we can sort of acknowledge maybe stuff that happened today, last week, in our lifetime that wasn't right, or that, maybe we didn't do our best, or maybe something happened that was, pretty awful. Like could have had a Karen moment in Bunnings, or it could be something that's happened to us, like someone's done something really unfair to us. And so if we acknowledge what's happened, feel that, accept that that's what's happened. Like, we can't go back and change things. Often very psychic people, when they're first starting to work with their gifts, it's like, oh, could I have done this better? And it's like this whole double guessing, second guessing of yourself and self-doubt. And when you're first learning to trust your instincts and intuition, it would be like intuition says, hey, something's up. And you go and do that thing anyway. And it's like, going against that gut instinct. And then, it happens. And then your gut instinct goes, told you. Ew. And that can sort of set up a, critical self-talk in a very negative way. And so it's about acknowledging, hey, look, I didn't trust my instincts that time. I led us or the whole self into this situation. Whoops, it turned out just how my instincts told me it would. Surprise! So it's accepting that, acknowledging, what's happened, our part in it, acknowledging what it is, accepting this is how it is. I can't change it now, but what we can change is what we do in the future, and then releasing it. It's like, all right, and when releasing it, it's not just, right, okay, let's forget it, go back to normal, go back to, all systems normal as it was before and not change anything. It's like, no, acknowledge and then release what's happened, but deciding to step forward in a more positive way. And when you do that as an exercise, in a meditation, it's actually very clearing. The thing is to do is not to then sit there afterwards and go, bad person, like this sort of thing afterwards of all the stuff you recognize that you did wrong. It's like, look, I'm learning, I'm growing, and every day I'm getting better in every way. So look at the small incremental changes you can make in your life, your attitude, how you're viewing the world. That's what helps you clear your energy. And clearing your energy makes you better at tuning into your instincts and better at listening to them, following through. And if you're wanting to develop as a reader, at being able to trust what you're giving someone and for that message to get clearer. So that's what I wanted to do. So let's get into it. If what you can do when this becomes a podcast is you can put music on in the background, when you're replaying this, want to do the exercise of it, you can actually put music in the background that resonates with you. Probably maybe not some heavy metal, if that relaxes you, okay. But maybe try something on more, theta or at a delta brainwave level of music. And a particular artist I find really good for that is actually Anu Gamma. That's Anugama. And he's put out the most amazing music over the last, at least 20 years that I know of. It's longer, has to be. There's a particular 2 albums. It's called Shamanic Dream Volume 1 and 2. And so, have a listen to that and watch your mind go, yeah, it takes you there. So, that's one of many. But, find the music that really resonates for you to do your meditations with. Whenever I'm doing another meditation on these podcasts, you can just put your meditation in behind it and then just go through the steps. So let's get started. And what you want to do is maybe set up your candles. So I've got a couple here, and there can be incense that you might resonate with that sort of, makes you happy, and get that going. To set up your environment. Try not to have them slipping everywhere, and then what I want you to do is just get into that restful space. So usually what's helpful is if we have our palms up on our lap, so facing up that way. If we're wanting to meditate, if we're wanting to ground, turn them back over the other way and put them down. And at the end of a meditation or relaxation, a good idea to rub the hands and the feet on the floor and to just slowly bring yourself back. So we're going to do this fairly quickly. I'm just giving an intro to this, and next time I'll do just straight into the meditation. So this is our first part this week. So closing your eyes, taking a deep breath, so really breathing right down into the belly, and if you can imagine your breath going right down into your legs as well. So as you breathe in, just expanding the chest, the tummy, and as you breathe out, right down into the legs and into the belly. That deep breathing actually helps you to find calm and helps ground at the same time. But if you're putting your hands up, so palms up, and another deep breath. I want you to just think of a beautiful white light all around you as you're breathing. One more deep breath in every direction, that beautiful white light. And if you can imagine just shots of rainbow colours prisming around it. If you imagine it splitting into rainbow colours, or maybe you've got that white light just presenting as quite glistening and bright and vibrant. Just imagine that all around you. And I just want you to think of maybe just one thing that happened yesterday, not a major annoyance, just a small one. Just go into that thought, something that's happened, an attitude you came across, just the first thing that comes to mind. Just take the time to notice what happened there, and notice how your body feels while you're thinking about that. Remember, you're viewing this through the window, seeing it through a window. You're not in that experience right now. Something small, something annoying that happened, seeing it through a window, quite separate from it, just observing. Take the time to notice what's happened here and what parts of it you could have done better. It's not about what the other person could have done better. We'll hold them to account in real life. But in this situation, what could have you done better for yourself? Not blaming yourself unnecessarily, just looking at what you could have done better next time. What happened? What could you have done better next time? And how you feel about that. Just take some deep breaths. Recognize you're not in the situation anymore. Acknowledging you're part of it, accepting you can't change the past, but you can change what happens in the future. And I want you to take a very deep breath, and I want you to release all the feeling around that situation. Releasing that situation, knowing you can create better next time. You can make better choices for you. Sometimes this is not engaging. Sometimes this is responding, not reacting. Sometimes it's retreating from the situation, taking a deep breath and then returning to deal with it in a calm, clear energy. What you can do better next time. This is not about going, damn it, I did that. It's, what can I do better? This has happened. I accept this has happened. I can do better next time for myself or in the situation. I want you to send a quick thought of healing, love and light to the whole situation for everyone's highest good, everyone involved. And just gently withdraw from that situation, those people, that event, and come back to your body with your palms facing up. And allow yourself to feel the energy coming back to you. Feeling yourself back in your body. Turning your palms over. Feeling your thighs, where your palms are touching your thighs. Feeling your feet on the floor. Feeling your back in the chair you're sitting in.